Hi everyone, good evening. Good evening everyone, welcome to the class. Good evening. Good evening to your own channel 8th, 9th and 10th. Hi Kashif, good evening. Hi Disha. Hi Ashrat. Hi Bhagya, Sukhjot, Aditi. Good evening everyone. All set for today's session, amazing. Hi Diksha, Vratika, Gungun. You're new here, welcome. Hi Sidesh, Ashi, Mansi, Amber, Kinjal, Gamer, Yashvardhan. We have so many of you here. Good evening everyone, welcome to the class. I hope that you all are excited for an amazing session. Of course, it's the amazing question that we have from the previous year questions, right? So it's an amazing session where we'll be discussing the important question, right? The question that would actually came in the previous year examination. So that just gives an insight of that how the questions can come this time, right? And I'm 100% sure with the bio, at least for sure, I can say that you all have mastered the 3 chapters, be it the how do organisms reproduce, heredity and our environment. So from my side, I'm completely chill. Awesome. Before we begin our class, right? So of course there was a bit of gap, but I'm sure we all remember that in the last class when we met, we discussed about some of the amazing tips and tricks, right? That we have, we definitely should use in our examination. And apart from that, we have 2 important questions there. First, of course, was the biological magnification, right? And the other question was that, you can come up with your own tricks. So, of course, I saw a lot of 7-up. I would definitely would love to take out the names of all the students who have actually given us the answer. Yes? No, no, and no. This, do you think that your teacher can forget, right? So, let's quickly put, let's clap for our friends, right, who actually wrote the answer. We have Shariyaha, we have Keshvi, we have Haripriya, we have Puneet, we have Aditi, Vani, then we have Amrendra, we have Diksha, we have Charvi, we have Parrot, Bhagu Parrot, then we have Shraddha, we have Lavya, we have Shaurya, then we have Maitri, Arshita and Gungun. Very good everyone. So it was nice to see that all of you have answered, right? Majority of you have answered. I'll not say all of you, but yeah, majority of you have answered. So that's a good thing, right? Yes. Now on that note everyone, let's quickly start our class today. It was an amazing session. Yes, for ICSE Anupama, we are starting up, right? So whenever we are discussing any of the topics that we have, we are trying to focus that, we are covering the ICSE points also. So yes, your point taken. Good evening everyone, good evening. Let's quickly start, right? It's an amazing session. You can ask your friends to come and join us, right? It'll be super amazing. Sharing is caring, so we'll go ahead with that. Before we begin this session, I would request all of you to hit the like button. It'll be good, right? Then I hope that you have subscribed to our channel, and apart from that, you have hit the bell icon so that you are getting all the notifications on time. Yes? Awesome. I'm good, right? Let's quickly start our session. So before we begin with this, today is a very special day. We have Wildlife Day. So let's just quickly take a movement, right? Let's quickly take a movement of maybe 30 seconds. As a bio students, we should definitely be aware about this, right? It's the World Wildlife Day. And we know that why the wildlife is really very important, right? I'm sure you must have visited the national parks or the wildlife sanctuaries and the biosphere reserve. All of these, right? All of these places that has been made by the government plays a very important role in the conservation and in the protection of the wildlife animals, right? So that will be super amazing. So what you can do in the comment section below, I want to see that how many of you have been to national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. So you can write in the comment section below. You got this notification today? Awesome. So remember this. On that note, everyone, let's quickly start. So we have 3 chapters, right? I hope that now before we begin our class, I request all of you to quickly go out quickly go out in sense, don't go out of your home. Just go and get your notebook and your pen so that you can solve the questions, right? Zoo, yes, Kaziranga National Park, amazing. Yes, so it might take me a while to take all of your names, but don't worry, your name will be there, right? Great, so I hope you have your pen, your notebooks ready with you so that you can note down all the important points. Very good. On that note, everyone, let's start. Thank you, Gungun, that means a lot. Yes. Okay, everyone, let's start with the first chapter. We are starting with the very first chapter, that is the how do organisms reproduce. Now, it's a very basic thing that I would request all of you that I want all of you to focus in the class. Once a question is being discussed, definitely you can write your doubts over there and I will be answering your doubts, right? There's no mentee Ronak here in today's class, right? We'll be focusing on the various different type of questions that have, which we have in the previous year. So Ronak, you can stop don't spam, right? We don't have mentee. And on that note, let's quickly begin with the very first question. Yes, here we have a very first question, which of course came in the CBSE paper in the 2020, right? And it's for 1 mark. It's a really very easy question, I would say. Now, important thing for all of us is to focus on the question, right? Now, when we look at this particular question, can you quickly read this question for me? Right? Come on, everyone, come on. Let's be really very quick. I need the energy from your side so that we can finish our session on time and we can discuss the questions also, right? So we have a growing size of a human population. We know that the population is growing. Then there's a cause of a concern for the old people. The rate of birth and the death rate in the given population is determined by its size. Reproduction is a process by which organisms increase their population. The process of sexual maturation for the reproduction is gradually take place while there's a general body growth. So when we talk about this, we can easily point out that over here we are discussing about the puberty, right? We are discussing about the reproduction process, and of course specifically we are talking about the development that an individual will see as they are in the puberty, right? So some degree of the sexual maturation does not necessarily mean that the mind of the body is ready for the sexual act or having and bringing up a child. So various contraceptive devices are being used by the human beings to control the size of the population. So 2 important things that we are focusing over here is the population, right? Actually 3 important things. The population, the reproduction process as in general, we are talking about the puberty, and of course most importantly we are covering up a very important topic, that is the contraceptive methods. So we have 3 important points from the question itself. Right, everyone? So are we there? Right? Yes, so once you're reading the question, I hope that you got this idea that what are we looking for. Very good. Now the question over here is that list 2 common signs for sexual maturation in both the boys and the girls. I can see that many of you have already answered. Let me read few of the answers that we have. We have Edu Warrior saying the hormones production. We have Abhilasha saying that growth of the hairs on armpits, pimple and acne. Yes, we have growth of the ears on the genitals area and crack in the voice. Yes. Thank you so much, Sohani. Then we have Sukhjot specifically mentioning about that how in males there's a deeper voice, growth of the hairs, development of the beard. In females, growth of the menstrual cycle. Yes. So yeah, we have these points, right? So if you have to sum this all up, we are looking for the general changes that we'll be seeing or an individual sees in their body as during the puberty. There are 3 important points of the question asking us to write 2. We can write any 2. Growth of the body here is common both in the male and the female. So there will be the growth of the body here. Apart from that, the genital areas will become much more darker and the skin will become oily. So these are the 3 changes that we can see in our male or a female during the puberty. So are we clear with this? It's okay, Gurdeep, welcome to the class. We will be here, right? We have to focus. Yes? Yeah, over here we have, and this is how you can write the answer in your examination. Yes, there is a growth of the acne and the pimple. Yes, very good. And the Adam's apple papilla specifically, yes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yes, it's a very easy question and this is how you can write. I hope that all of you got the answer. Yes. So growth of the excess body hair on the body parts such as the pubic area, armpit and the face, and of course the growth, the genital area will become darker and you will be getting 1 marks. Easy. It's a very easy question. It's a Kaju Katli question. Very straightforward. The answer is being served to us, right? Awesome. So I hope that all of you are there with me, right? Awesome. Halwa question. Halwa nahi. This is the Kaju Katli question. Halwa question will be solving together. Awesome. Now let's move to the next question, everyone. The B part of this particular question. Now, the question is, what is the result of the reckless female feticides? Now again, see, so it's a very important question, although, because it is covering various important topics that we have. So we have, what is the result of the reckless female feticides? Now can anyone tell me what is female feticides? Come on, easy. It's a very, very easy question. Yes, decline in the population of the girls. Yes, please write your answer in the chat box very quickly. Yes. Come on everyone, I can see a lot of answers over there. Very good. VN, hi VN Tech, welcome to the class. Yes. Shivanshu, yes. What about others? Rita, very good. Bhavya, Sukhjot, Nandana, Diksha, Neil. Yes, absolutely correct. So you have your idea, right? You know what is a female feticide is. Of course, we know that there's a sexual imbalance, right? There's a sex ratio imbalance due to the malpractices, right, of the illegal abortion. So if there are various places throughout our country or throughout the world where if there is a female child, right, they would not want her. So of course, this is a female feticide. So that's a very easy answer. And over here we have the answer with us, and it's a 1 marks question, easy for us to write in the examination. So the reckless female feticide will result in the imbalance of the sex ratio between the male and the female, and this will be more, but of course in the future what will happen if this continues, we'll have more of the males and less of the females, and it will be creating the problem in the future. Yes? The question was that, what do you mean by the reckless female feticide? So what basically they're asking, that what is a female feticide is. VN Tech, I would request you to don't spam bache, right? I saw your question, right, and I'm answering that. Yes. All the best, Tusha. All the very best. Everyone, are we clear with this? Right? We have the understanding that what is female feticide is, right? Awesome. Very good. A smiley for all of us, right? We're doing super amazing. Yes. Now moving to the next question over here. We have the next question, which is, which contraceptive method changes the hormonal balance of the body? So we are talking about that which of the contraceptive method, right, will be changing the hormonal balance of the body. So we know that the contraceptive methods are those methods that are actually used by the individuals to avoid the pregnancy and to keep themselves safe from the sexually transmitted diseases, right? So which of the contraceptive methods will be changing the hormonal balance? Easy, right? I can see the answers. Absolutely correct. So we are talking about the oral pills or the tablets, right? And these will be affecting the hormonal level in the female's body, right? And of course, it will be making it the process of implantation impossible, right? It will be avoiding the process of the implantation where the egg can actually get attached on the uterus, right? So with this anti-pregnancy drugs, the implantation can be stopped, right? And of course, these can cause the hormonal imbalance in the female's body and of course have various side effects. And apart from that, one of the common thing that the side effects, we say that there's an increase in the body weight of the female individual. Yes. So are we clear, everyone? It's a very easy question. I hope that you got it. Shivam, placenta, when we discuss about, right, the placenta is, we can say, right, we have this which is attached to the uterus, right, and it is the one that will be helping in the transport of the waste and the good material from the mother's body to the fetus. Yes? So are we clear, everyone? Got it, everyone? Okay. So this is stopped, so I'll be referring over here. So I hope that all of us got the answer. Amazing. Now let's quickly move to the next question. Before that, let's see how we can write this in the examination. So 1 marks question. It's a really very easy question. So I hope that you got the answer, and this is how you can write the answer in your examination. Cool. Moving to the last part, right? Last part of this particular question is that write 2 factors that determine the size of the population. What, according to you, are the factors that will be helping us to determine the size of the population? What do you think? Come on, everyone. Yes. Yes, everyone. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Very good, very good, very good. Very good, Ronak. Thanks for answering. Hi, Sonali. Reproduction, birth rate and the death rate. Very good, Diksha. Very good. So we are discussing about the birth rate and the death rate, right? So there are 2 important factors that will actually help us to determine the size of the population, and over here we have these 2 important factors, really very easy. The birth rate, how much of birth is happening, and the death rate. Easy. Remember this question, everyone, because it's a kind of confusion. It's a very confusing question. If you don't know the answer, we might tend to get confused. So I hope that all of us are on the same page. Come on. We are into the first question. Is done. It took a long time, but I hope that all of you got the answer, and I'm sure that all of you have understood the concept that we are discussing. Yes? Very good, Sahil. Hi, Nand. Very good, Nandan. Sukhjot. This chapter is easy, Gautam? Yes. Very good, Nikhil. Very good. Yes, Yashrat, Sai, Lyra, Shivam. Very good, everyone. Let's quickly move to the next question. I want all of us to have a full concentration over here in our class. Next question over here we have, define pollination. And I want the chat to go really very crazy. Can you tell me what is pollination? Come on, come on, come on. What is pollination? It's really very easy, right? I'm not going to tell you, but it's really very easy. What is pollination? Very good, Kashif. Yes, Suhani. Anjana and Archana. Yes. The question is, it's a 5 marks question which came in the CBSE 2020. Right? We have to define the pollination process. Then we have to explain the different types of pollination and list 2 agents of pollination. How does suitable pollination leads to the fertilization? So if you look at this question, it has 4 important parts. Define pollination, explain the different types, 2 types. We have to give the 2 agents, and then how the pollination actually leads to the fertilization. And over here I can see the answers. Yes, pollination is nothing but the transfer of the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. Very good. And of course we can add from one flower to another flower. We will be talking about the different types of the pollination. Yes, Jyoti, very good. Sujata, Pramila, very good, everyone. I want you to write the answers, right? Don't feel shy away writing the answers, right? Yes, Shraddha, Prachi, we have carrot. Very good, Ronak. Types, of course, Nikhil. There are 2 types, right? So let's quickly discuss it. So first, of course, we'll be looking for the definition of the pollination. And as you all have mentioned, that pollination is nothing but the transfer of the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a flower is called as the pollination. Easy, right? And when we're talking about the types of pollination, we have 2 types. Over here, if we talk about, if the pollen grains are moving from here to here, it is self-pollination. And if the pollen grains are moving from here to here, it is cross-pollination. Easy, right? So over here, this is the self-pollination, and over here, this is the cross-pollination. Easy? Very good, everyone. Shivam, puberty, right? Of course, it's adolescence at age comes when both the male and the female body will be experiencing different changes in their body, right? The sexual maturation will come. Very good. Thank you, Jeevani. Yes, Pramila, Papia, very good. Yes, it was easy, Anjana and Archana. Yes, agents, very good. So we have discussed about this, and of course, agents. Of course, we have a lot of agents. If you talk about air, we have air, we have butterflies, we have wind, right, water, etc. All are the agents, and over here we have the answer. So, definition of pollination, then different types of pollination, then the agents, We can write any two, right? The question is asking us to write any two, so you can write that. And the pollen grains land when they land on the stigma. What will happen? We will see the growth of the pollen tube. The germination will occur. These male gametes will be moving towards the ovary. The fertilization process will occur, and after that, we will see the formation of the new seed, right? Simple. So this is how you can write the answers. I hope that you got it right, everyone? Yes. What if two flowers of same flowers pollinated? It's self-pollination, right? So for example, if you're talking about one flower over here and the other, again it is called as a cross-pollination, not the self-pollination. See, self-pollination will occur only on a same flower, and rest apart is the cross-pollination. Yes, everyone, are we clear? I want you all to give me a very quick thumbs up. Yes, I would request you to not spam, right, when we are discussing something. Very good, everyone. So we are on the track. We are learning together. Here we go. So this question is done. 5 marks in our pockets, everyone. Easy question. If this question comes in your examination, I want all of you to write it perfectly. Self-pollination in a same flower, right? It could be we're talking about same flower. Self, right? Self-pollination. Yes. Yes, Murlidharan. Easy peasy. Nikhil, I hope that, yes, I have replied and I think you got the answer. Awesome. Moving to the next question, everyone, and it is regarding the female reproductive system. So identify the given diagrams. We know that this is the female reproductive system, and then we have to name the parts from 1 to 5. All of you are ready? Come on. Quickly, can you tell me what is part 1? Right? Very quickly, everyone, what is part 1 and part 2 and part 3? So, of course, over here, as we can see over here, these are the fallopian tube, right? These are the fallopian tube. Easy? You guys are writing the answers over there. So this is the fallopian tube. What is 2? This is the ovary, right? We know that ovary will be, inside the ovaries we'll see the growth of the ovum, and the ovary will be releasing the ovum, right? And ovary will, the fallopian tube will collect it. It is also called as the oviduct. And fallopian tube is a place, right, where the fertilization process takes place in humans. 3 over here is the uterus, right? This is the cervix. And over here, the last part is the vagina. And over here, through the vagina, the sperms will move inside. So we have this, right? Are we clear? So here we have all of it. It's a very straightforward question, right? We just have to label the important parts, right? And if you label it, you will get 5 marks. If the question asks you to write the functions of it, you can definitely write one function of each of it. Yes, and over here, you'll get the marks. Now let's talk about the second part of the question. Now the second part of the question talks about what is contraception. So see, we have discussed about the 2 questions, and we had a common thing that contraception is coming over here. So we can easily, assume that this topic is really very important, and it will be coming in our examination. So we'll be focusing on that. Now we have to find out what is contraception, and we have to list 3 advantages of adopting the contraceptive measures. Are we clear? Can we have the different chat? Yes, team. Can we have the chat? Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Aryan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for believing in us, and I think we believe in you. Very good, everyone. Awesome. So I can see the answers. We have the barrier methods, chemical methods, and here it is a contraceptive is a method to avoid the unwanted pregnancy, and it is used for the protection from the sexually transmitted diseases also. So we have to write both of these points. Yes? Very good. Now let's talk about the first part of the question, that what is contraceptive. These are the preventive measure to avoid the unwanted pregnancy, right? And of course you can add the point for the protection from the sexually transmitted diseases. We call it as the contraception, and over here we have to write the advantages, right? So over here we have the 3 advantages. Contraception can actually help to prevent the unwanted pregnancy, the unplanned pregnancy. It actually helps in family planning and it actually provides a good health to the mothers, right? So this is how you can write the answer. And if the question asks us to talk about the different types of, contraceptive method, you can definitely write about the barrier method, chemical method, hormonal method, and the surgery method. Very good, right? Awesome. So we are clear with this, everyone, right? And this is how you can write the answer in your examination. So it's a very easy question, 2.5 marks. 2.5 marks to identify the different labelings, right, or the different parts altogether that we have in the female reproductive system. And over here, the importance of the contraceptive. Yes, Shivam, we'll be discussing about that. We will be discussing about it in a while. Yes, Murlidharan. Maternal health, Nikhil, means the mother's health, right? We'll be discussing about the excretory product in amoeba. It's a very easy question. It's not an insect, right? We know that amoeba is a unicellular organism, right? And of course, it is capable of performing various activities by itself. Very good. So again, everyone, are we clear with this? Come on, come on, come on. I can see we have so many of the new students with us. Yes, Hari Murli, thank you for telling this. Awesome. Chalo everyone, let's move ahead. Right, so let's talk about the next question over here. Again, it's a very interesting question. Write the functions of the following parts in the human reproductive system. Now, very easy, we have to write the functions of these three. So, can you write quickly? We have just discussed it, right? What is the function of ovary, oviduct and uterus? Thank you, Ansari. Thank you so much. Very good, Prachi. Very good. Shivam, thank you so much. So, we know that. Very good, Samarth. Sakshi, yes. Ovaries help in the production of the eggs. Anjana, Archana, Bhagya, Nikhil. Very good. Belu. Yes, we have Charvi. Very good, everyone. So, we know that ovary help in the production of the eggs. Then we have oviduct, also called as the, can you write? Come on, everyone. What is the other name of oviduct? Yes? Sai, very good. Oogenesis, very good. Ovary, Papia, we are discussing about the humans, right? We are discussing about the humans. Fallopian tube, absolutely correct. Oviduct, the other name of the oviduct is the fallopian tube, where we will see the fertilization happening, right? And apart from that, in the oviduct, we know that it will be collecting the egg or the ovum from the ovary. Very good. Now, what about the uterus? Now, uterus, of course, we call it as a womb also, right? And over there, we will see the development of the fetus. So, we have these three important parts, fallopian tube, ovary and uterus. So, by now, I want all of you to be very thorough with the functions of these, right? It's really very important. Implantation will occur over here in the uterus and the fetus will grow. Uterus will be providing, right, the place where we'll see the development happening. Very good. So this is how you can form your answers, right? You can frame your answers. Remember to write your answers always in the point because it's easy for you to remember all the important points. Ovary produce female gametes or ova. Oviduct is the site for the fertilization and the uterus site for the implantation of embryo. Yes. Yes, you can write that it actually help in the, we will see the development of the fetus in uterus. Iconic, I think I have answered your question. Right, everyone? Okay, are we clear with it? Come on, are we clear with this? Quickly, 3 marks question. It's such an easy question, right? Very good. Hi. Moving to the B part of this question, we have describe in brief the structure and the function of placenta. Now, I'm sure many of you are asking about placenta, right? So, let's discuss about it. So, let's discuss about it. It's a 3 marks question. Now, we know that placenta is present, right? It's a specialized tissue that is present and it will be there only during the development of the fetus, right? So basically it's a disc-shaped structure that will be grown and it will be attached to the uterus. It will have the small villi-like shape and it will be attached to the uterus, and from the uterus it will be gaining all the nutrient, blood, oxygen, and will be releasing out the waste also, which is carrying through the umbilical cord from the fetus to the mother's body. Right? Are we clear with this? Very good, very good. Your answers are absolutely correct. I'm so proud of you. Very good, Shivam. Yes, Karthik. Oh, Karthik is mentioning about its height and the measurement. Sai, yes, mother space and the villi. Very good. Yes, Lakshmikant. Yes, Diksha, I can see your comment. Right, it also takes it provides the nutrition and of course takes the waste material from the baby, right, from the growing fetus to the mothers. And that's how the waste is moved out. Very good. So we have the understanding what placenta is and what is its function. Yes, we want more difficult question. What can I do? These are the questions that we have from the previous year, and all of these questions are really very easy to, you know, the reason behind this is that you actually are completely prepared with all the content. That's the reason for this. So over here we have, this is how you can write the answer in your examination. The placenta is a disc-like structure that is embedded in the uterine wall through the villi, as we have mentioned, and it is attached to the developing fetus through the umbilical cord, right? Placenta provides nutrition, oxygen to the developing fetus through the umbilical cord, and it removes the waste generated during the fetus development also. Very good. Hari Murli, Amreen. Yes, please don't spam. Yes, Shrat, yes. We will be doing heredity. Shivanshu, we are actually covering all the 3 chapters. So umbilical cord, if you go back, we have this cord, right? Now this is the particular cord which is attached to the fetus, right, to the fetus navel, and of course it is on the other side, it is attached to the placenta, and of course that's actually help. Very good. Student change life. Helping your friends is always very good. Nikhil, I hope your doubt is clear. Awesome, everyone. So we are done with this particular question. Now can I tell you a very interesting important point? Nutrition, will be discussing that. Yes. Now can I tell you a very important funny fact, not very funny fact, but it's a very amazing fact about the placenta. Now we know that placenta is, of course, we usually see it in the mother's body, right? But you know what? Now I wanted to look at this and just take this information. Dad genes help us in building up the placenta. Yes, according to the Cornell research paper, right, which they did a research and they did a study in the year 2013, and this was the information they got. Can you imagine? So, the placenta that we have, right, which is there in the mother's body, have dad's genes. Interesting thing, right? Think about it, such an amazing fact. So I'm telling you everyone, each and every day we learn something new, and it is all about the knowledge, right? All about the curiosity that each one of us should have. Yes? Shocked, right? So what you can do, you know what? After this class, you can actually read something interesting on this particular topic, right? You can definitely do some research, you can read about it, and you can discuss with your friends. Right? Awesome! So it's especially for all of us, right, to keep our mind curious, to look for amazing things. Yesterday, I was also literally shocked. I was like, is it? How it's possible? But it is. So it's for all of us, right, just to assure that we all are in love with biology. Yes? Amla will be discussing about it, but now I'm giving you time to research more about it. Right? It's a very easy thing. When you will read it, you will get the answer, and then we'll come back and we will discuss it. Awesome. So let's move ahead, everyone. It's an amazing fact. It will be keeping us motivated to learn more of biology because we have some amazing facts, right? Yes, let's move to the next question, everyone. And I can see that many of you are writing, ma'am, tough question, tough question. Bachcho, we don't have tough questions. Ye sab questions, we have it in the CBSE paper. So, tough questions nahi hai. If you know the answer, that means that you are 100% prepared for it. So, I'm super proud of this. I'll be saying it 100 times, right? I'll be saying this 100 times, but I'm super proud of you that you feel that these questions are easy. It's because of you guys are working really very hard. You're coming to our classes regularly. You're going back and learning. That's important, right? Awesome. Let's move to the next question, everyone. Over here we have that reproduction is one of the most important characteristics of living beings. Give 3 reasons in support of your answer. Now, again, such an easy question, right? We just have to state the importance of reproduction. You remember when we started with the reproduction, the important thing we started with it, that why reproduction is important. Yes? Come on, come on. Why do you think that reproduction is really very important? Yes, it produced for the continuation of the generation, very good. It maintained the continuity of the species. Yes. Continuity of the generation. Actually help us in the variation. So we will be seeing a lot of evolution happening, right? We will see the evolution of the different species. Very good, right? Variation, evolution, and of course help in the continuity of the next generation. So we have the answer with us, right? So let's see how we can write it. But before that, we know that reproduction is a process of producing the offspring which are biological or genetically similar to the parent organism, right? And when we talk about it, it actually helps us in keeping the species safe from the extinction, provide the variation, and of course that will be leading to the evolution. We'll see maintaining of the continuity of the species and prevention of the extinction. Right? If the species are continuously reproducing, we'll see the number of the population growing, right? There will be continuity of the species, a lot of variation can come, and that will be contributing in the evolution process. And of course, it will be preventing the species to go there will be it will not allow the species to go extinct, like dinosaurs. We don't have dinosaurs anymore, right? So yeah. So it was a very easy question, right? I hope that you got the answer. And this is how you can write it in the examination. I don't have to tell you this is easy. I'm so proud of you. I can't just say more and more of that. So 3 important points. Break your points into differently. Focus on the important keywords. And if you have time in your examination, I would suggest that please underline the important keywords like maintain the population, variation, survival of the species. Right? So if you do that, the examiner will see, and of course, they'll be like, yes, got it. Okay, I can see Sai is asking a very interesting question that when we say daughter cells does this. So if you're talking about that, who actually determine the gender of the gender of a child, it's from the father's chromosome that we can actually decide. Yes, absolutely, as Mansi is saying, you can mix and match, but the important keyword should be there for you to get the correct answer, right? Moving ahead to the next question. I hope all of you got this, right? List 2 reasons for the appearance of variation amongst the progeny from the sexual reproduction. Very interesting question. We are talking about 2 important things over here. Why we see the variation and and that too in the sexual reproduction. So we have to give 2 reasons that why we see variation in the sexual reproduction. Yes, Hari Murli, you don't have to write the paragraphs. The teachers that will be checking your papers, right, would want you to write in the points. Very good, I can see DNA copying, meiosis, chromosomes. Very good. I can see a lot of answers over here. List 2 reasons for the appearance of variation amongst the progeny by the sexual reproduction, right? So over here we go. We have the sexual reproduction. We know that we have male and female. There are two parents involved, and By the process of meiosis, right, we'll see the gametes formation. In females, we have the ovum, and males, we have the sperms. Both of these will have 23 chromosome. And after the fertilization process, we'll see the formation of the zygote, and this zygote will develop into the embryo and into the young one. Now the question was that when there's a sexual reproduction, why we see the variation? First of all, there's a mixing of the genes, right? We get the genes from the mother and the father, right? So of course there's the DNA which is getting mixed. Apart from that, what is the important thing which actually tells us? We have the variation because of the difference that we have. Very good. So here we have the answer, and this is how you can write. So we know that sexual reproduction creates a variation. Crossing over is happening because of the mixing of the chromosomes, right? Happens as the part of meiosis process, as you were said, right? And we will see the gamete formation. And since there are two parents that are involved, right, we will see the characters of both the parents coming and giving us a new combination. So DNA, nickel, is deoxyribonucleic acid. Chromatin, when the DNA is highly coiled, right, and then it is wrapped on the proteins, which is the histones, we call that structure, the condensed structure, as the chromatin. Chromatin will be furthermore condensed into the chromosomes, right? And these are the chromosomes. And genes are small fragments of DNA. Are we clear, everyone? Sai, like we generally say that amoeba produce daughter cells. No, Sai. Yes, very good, Yashrat, you're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Mitosis is a process where we'll see the cell, right, will be giving it the exact copy. The daughter cells will have the exact copy of the chromosome. Whereas in meiosis, we will see that there's a reduction of the chromosome from 46 to 23. Clear, crystal clear, right? Ramanati, have answered your question? Yes. I hope everything is done. I've just explained the meiosis process, right? Very good. So back on track, everyone. Are we clear with this particular question? Yes, are we clear with this question? We have discussed about it. We know that why the sexual reproduction plays a very important role in giving the variation. Always Archana and Anjana always answers in points. Always in points. Write your answer in points. Moving to the next question, right? We have a B part of this question, and that is related to the pollination process. So over here, as you can see, we have the stigma, we have the pollen tube, right? We can see the ovaries over here, and of course we can see this pollens also. Now we have to find the answer of these questions. So quickly in the chat box, I want you to write the first question. Name the part which is labeled as A in the diagram. The A part is what? Right? What is A? How does A part reaches to B? State the importance of part C, and what will happen to the part D. So let's quickly discuss about it. The part A over here is pollen grain, right? The part A is pollen grain, right? Now, of course, we will see that pollen grain will be getting dropped on the stigma, and we will see the growth of the pollen tube. Now, this pollen tube will be moving towards the ovary over here, and of course, inside it we have the egg cells. Yes? So, are we clear, everyone? If we go back now we have A, which is pollen grain. How does the A reaches the B part? This is a stigma, and this it reaches with the help of the pollen tube. What is the importance of C? And of course, what is a department, which is the egg cell, and of course over there only the fertilization process will occur. So this is how you can write the answer. You don't have to draw this particular thing in your examination if the question doesn't ask you to. Yes, so we have A is a pollen grain. Pollen grain reaches B part, right, which is the stigma, right, through the stigma, right, by pollination, and it happens with the help of air, insect and water. C part is pollen tube. It carries the male gamete towards the ovary. And after the fertilization, D part, the egg cell, becomes zygote and will be providing us the seed. So I can see a few of the questions over here. Ma'am, does the DNA replication occurs in asexual reproduction? If then, yes. Now this is a very interesting question, right? So what happens is a replication happening. DNA replication happens, right? In us, we have the DNA replication happening. So we will have the identical copies, but when we are in us, we will see the variation. Got it, everyone? Very good, Hari Murli. Very good. Yes, are we clear with this, everyone? So it's a very interesting question for 2 marks, and I want quick thumbs up from all of you. It could be Nancy, yes. You might have the diagrams based question in your examination. Right, the case based study questions, they can, you might have those questions as well. Awesome, everyone. Very good. Very good, Riza. Hi. Moving to the next question, everyone, we have that how do organisms, right, how do organisms whether reproduce asexually or sexually maintain a constant chromosome number through several generations? Explain with the help of a suitable example. Now, this is a question many of you were asking. Just now we asked about the binary fission, right? Many of you were asking about the amoeba, and over here we have the question. Now, how do the organism which reproduce asexually or sexually maintain a constant number of chromosomes? Explain with this with a suitable example. Now, over here we'll be discussing about the amoeba. Let's quickly discuss about amoeba. Here we go that in amoeba we know that we'll see the binary fission, right? Now, what will happen in the binary fission? We have the parent cell. First the nucleus will divide, then the cytoplasm will divide, and then we have the daughter cells. So, during the mitotic cell division, the chromosomes will be equally distributed amongst the daughter cells. Now, again very important in the mitosis process, not in the meiosis process. Mitosis process occurs in our skin also, in different parts of the body also. So, there the division will be happening and the daughter cells will get the exact number of the chromosome. Important. Very good, Yashra. Thank you for sharing that information. Yes. Now, let's talk about the other process which occurs in the gametes formation, that is meiosis. So, in meiosis, we'll see the number of chromosomes getting half. This is important, everyone. So, in meiosis, if the number of chromosomes are 46, in the humans, right, we'll see the 23 chromosomes number in the gametes, be it the ovum or the sperms. So, are we clear with this? Right? So, the question is basically asking us to tell that why this is happening, and we have this answer with us. Very good, right? So, are we clear with it? Yes, everyone. Come on, are we clear with this? And this is how you can write the answer in your examination. That during the asexual reproduction, of course, we have the organisms that will be undergoing mitotic cell division, and the DNA of the cell will be involved, right? And of course, the equal amount of the chromosomes will be going into the daughter cells. Right? Clone, of course, is the exact copy of the parent. Sai, I would request you not to spam. Yes. Yes, so in the plants we have 2 fertilization, right? Triple fusion we usually say. Very good. And in the sexual reproduction when we're talking about it, organisms produce the gametes through the process of meiosis, and in which the original number of chromosomes become half. Easy, right? So these 2 gametes combine and form the zygote. Easy. Now with this, everyone, I hope that you got the answer. Quick thumbs up, everyone. We're almost like 48 minutes, right? And of course, we have just finished the first chapter. Quickly, I want to see a very good thumbs up. Right? Quickly give me a thumbs up. And we'll be starting with the next chapter. That is heredity. So, Captain America, the number of chromosomes in the plants will vary depending upon the what plant we are talking about. Shivam, yeah, you talked about the menstrual cycle. So, menstrual cycle occurs in the female, right? And basically, it's a cycle where we'll see the development of the egg. And if there's no fertilization, what will happen? We will see that the egg and the mucus, right? The walls that we have in the uterus that have the blood will break, and they'll be shedding of it along with the mucus, blood and the egg. And we call that whole process as the menstruation. Are we clear with this? Yes, now we'll be discussing about the next important topic, right? The next important chapter, I would say. And we have the heredity. Yes, now let's quickly discuss about it. But before we go into that, I want you to write the answer now in the chat box that humans have 23 pair of chromosomes, right? In the beginning when we talk about it. And of course, when we talk about the whole, we have 46 chromosomes. Now, what about the dogs? How many chromosomes dogs have? Quickly find the answer, everyone. It's really very interesting. We are about to enter the amazing chapter of genetics, right? Syngamy. It is related to the fertilization. I've given you a hint, a very, very interesting thing. You can find the answer. Come on, how many chromosomes how many chromosomes dogs have? I can see the answers. We have Bhagya Singh 48, Kashif 78 chromosomes. So if the DNA that is getting replicated, of course it will be moving, right? Of course it is dividing. The replication will occur and of course we have the formation of a new cell. Very good everyone. So I can see the answers. Quick, very good. It's not 46 we have in the humans, right? The total number of chromosomes. Now I can see some random answers. So if you have interest in the genetics, you can actually look up for the various organisms which have different types, the number of chromosomes. You can find out that how many chromosomes a cat have or a plant that you have at your home, right? Find out. It will be super interesting to learn new things, right? So all of these small things that we have added at today's session is for you to become more curious about biology. Nice. Good to see that many of you are answering. Very good. Now let's quickly talk about the questions. I want all of you to come back to the questions because again it's a very important topic. We have this question from the CBSE 2018 paper for 2 marks. A Mendelian experiment consists of a breeding pea plant, right? We have a pea plant breeding with a violet flower with the pea plant pairing with a white flower. So we have 2 flowers, 2 plants actually. We have violet flower and we have the white flower. Very easy, right? What will be the result in F1 generation? Easy, right? So we have violet flower. And we have the white flower. Quickly, can you make the Punnett square? Yes? I want you to make the Punnett square. How we will be doing it? We have the parent, right? So we can write parent, we have WW. And of course we have small. There is a segregation, right, of the gametes. And of course what we will get? Capital W with this, capital W with small w. This is how what we'll get, right? So we can say that in the F1 generation, what we'll see? We will see all violet flowers and over here we have it, right? So of course it's a monohybrid cross because we are discussing about just one particular character, that is a color of the flower. Very good. We will see the gametes, right? This is how we will see the gamete separation and we have this, right? So it is a heterozygous. It's a heterozygous condition, right? Homozygous, heterozygous, I hope you remember. Homozygous will have the same allele, right? Like this, like this. This is heterozygous, which have different allele. Everyone, are we clear? Yes? And in F1 generation, of course, we will see that the F1 generation or the F1 progeny will have the violet flowers. Very interesting question, right? Yes. So are we clear with it? So first of all, if this particular question comes, you can actually make the Punnett square. You can solve it and then you can write the answer in this particular way. It will take less than a minute for you to answer this particular question. Got it right? Nice. Moving to the next question, everyone, and this is a poll question. So I want you to answer really very quickly. So let's read the question. Aram se, it's really important. A little bit of tricky, let's quickly solve it. If we cross pure breed tall dominant pea plant with pure breed dwarf plant, right, we will get plants in the F1 generation, right? Of course, we'll get. If now the self cross pea plant of F1 generation, we obtain pea plants of F2 generation. Now, right, this is interesting. What do the plants of the F1 generation look like? So we have the dominant tall plant and the recessive small pea plant. They're asking us to find the answer. Quickly, right? I want you to answer the poll question, right? So we have the polls. Yes, Kavita, I saw your comment. Give me a minute. I will be addressing that. Yes? So, Kavita, if you can focus over here, we are talking like in the previous question. We're talking about one particular character. So, I'll take this example of this plant only. The question that we are doing, right? So, over here we have the dominating plant, which is capital T, will denote it by capital T and capital T. That means that it is dominating. Small t and small t, that is recessive. if there is a cross like this, capital T and small t, capital will be, capital T, which is the dominating characteristics, will be expressing itself. And it will not let this small t able to express itself. So we have it similar way. And we'll have all the plants tall. So Kavita, in the previous question, we have the dominant allele, so it will be suppressing the recessive one, and that's why in that particular question all the flowers were violet. So I hope you got the answer. Everyone right? And time's up. We know that, as you always are correct, the correct answer is the tall plant, right? We did that cross, and over here we have 90% of you have voted for the correct answer. Super proud. So I can just put, hold my collar like this and be happy about it. Yes? Very good, everyone. So we have the answer. It was a very easy question. So this is how you can solve the answer in your examination. Yes? Very good. Pratiksha, you can easily identify the progeny. For example, in the previous cross, right? So in the cubes, right? In the period square, what we are writing are the progeny. So you can easily identify those. Nice. Moving to the next question over here, and again it's a poll question, everyone. Let's get ready for an amazing question. The question remains the same, right? We have to state the ratio of tall plants to dwarf plant in the F2 generation. Think about in the F2 generation. In F1 generation, all plants were tall. So the timer have started. You have a poll question, everyone. Right? It's a poll question. You will get a poll now and quickly vote. In F1 generation, we have all the progeny, all of the flowers, like all the plants were tall. Heterozygous condition, right? In the F2 generation, what will happen? Let's quickly make the period square over here. I'll make it over here. Yes, I can see the answers. Let's quickly solve this. Those of you, if you have any confusion, this is how you can solve it. So we're talking about capital T, right? The first progeny, and we will be selfing. So capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, capital T and small t, and small t and small t. What will be the ratio? We have one plant, which is dwarf, and three are what? They are tall, right? So if we talk about the phenotypic ratio, which is a ratio that once we see, right, will be 3:1, right? And the genotypic ratio will be 1:2, 2:1. But over here we are talking about the phenotypic ratio, and that is the option number B. That is 3:1, and 76% of you have voted for the correct answer. Many of you, I'm sure, got confused with this. A. 3 are tall and 1 is dwarf. Yes, are we clear? Come on, quickly a thumbs up. So over here, option B is the correct answer. Yes? Very good, everyone. Very good. Now let's move to the next part. Right, a very interesting next question. I'm so super proud of you because you are doing this amazing, right? Moving to the next question, everyone, we have this. The third part of the question. Oh, this question is really very tough, right? Let's quickly see this question. State the types of plants not found in F1 generation, but they appears in F2 generation. Write the reason for the same. So, if we say that, if you recall in the F1 generation, right? It's a monohybrid cross, right? So, if we look over here, it's a monohybrid cross. We are talking about the height, right? We have the tall plant and we have the dwarf plant. We will see this gametes formation, and in the F1 generation, we have all plants were tall. In the F2 generation, things change, right? In F2 generation, we know that things will be changed. And there's a law which is being followed over here, that is a law of dominance, right? So the dominating allele will not be able to, basically the dominating allele will not allow the recessive allele to express itself, right? That's really very important. And what is the reason behind it? It's a law of dominance. Are we clear? Yes? Very easy understanding, right? You have the F1 cross, right? You have the F1 generation, and then you have the F2 generation also. Yes? Awesome. Very good, Aditi. Healer, we have Kinjal, Anu, Vedanti, Harimurli. We'll be discussing about it. Yes, Shrath. Very good. Nitya, Shivam, Shubham, Pratiksha, very good. Bhavya, very good. So you guys are here and you're answering the correct answer. Now, this is how you can write it in the examination, right? You have the different types of plants that are found, right? And will appear in the F2 generation. There are a draw of plant because in the F1 generation we have the dominating trait. Whereas in the F2 generation, we will see that the recessive traits will come together and then they will have a chance to express itself. Super easy question. Right? Very good. Awesome everyone. Let's quickly move to the next question. I'm super proud of you. Over here we have a question that with the help of one example of each, differentiate between the acquired traits or the inherited traits. Quickly, come on, this is a super easy question, right? We have discussed about the acquired traits, the bodybuilder, you remember the swimming. So acquired traits and the inherited traits, we have to provide the difference between these, and then why are the traits and the experience acquired during the entire lifetime of an individual not inherited in the next generation? We know this, right? If we are a good swimmer, the next generation might not have that trait. And why is that? Yes, why is that? Can anyone tell me? Yes? Why is that? Anyone? We know that we have to explain the reason for this. Now when we talk about it, we know that the acquired traits are those traits that we acquire during our lifetime. And these will not be passed from one generation to the next generation. Like swimming, playing any instrument, or be good in running, right? Yes? Right everyone? So anyone, I think Shivam is saying, all good? Yes? So this is how we can talk about the acquired traits. And on the opposite of that, we have the inherited traits, right? Those traits that we get from our parents. And of course, these will be passed from the one generation to the next generation and furthermore and more and more. So we have the inherited traits that are present at a person time, and of course it will be there throughout and will move from one generation to the next generation also. Eye color, hair color, height, other factors. So this is how you can write the answer in your examination. Saying that cannot be passed to progeny, do not bring changes in the DNA, example, swimming, etc. Over here can be passed from one generation to the next generation. DNA, it's there in the DNA, and eye color, hair color. So here we have the example, you can write in this particular way also. Yes? Awesome everyone. So we are clear with this particular question, right? Let's quickly move ahead to the last chapter, right? The last chapter, and we'll be done. Thank you for staying so long, right? Thank you for all of you for staying so long. And let's quickly discuss about our environment chapter. That's a very interesting chapter and super easy chapter. Let's quickly finish this chapter up. We have our environment and we talk about it. We have the plastics, right? Ooh. Initially we have plastics. We always have plastics around us, right? And now it is being replaced with a lot of masks. Now what as individual that we can do is definitely keep our environment neat and clean, right? Because it's a part of us and we are a part of it. So remember this for all of us. Yes? So are we ready to discuss the question from our environment? Yes? Are we ready? Quick! Let's breathe everyone. I think let's take a small break. If you want to drink water, you can. Almost for 1 hour. Super proud of you. Right? Let's quickly drink water and let's quickly come back. So we have our environment, right? Such an interesting chapter. And from this particular chapter, we have very easy questions. Yes. So let's quickly start with it. And here we go. The first question we have from this particular chapter is that give reason to justify the following. The existence of the decomposer is essential for the biosphere. Now can you write what a biosphere? Right? Yes, Anshul. Yes, what are decomposers, right? And yeah, what are decomposers? It's a very easy chapter, yes. So what are decomposers? Decomposers are those tiny microorganisms, right, that actually help us in clearing out the dead and decay matter. So they are not included in the food chain directly, but they are very important, very crucial for our ecosystem, right, for our environment, for our biosphere. They are the cleaner, yes, they are the cleaner, right? So we have these decomposers, and this is how you can write the answer in your examination. So the decomposers are really important because they will be breaking down the complex organic substance into the smaller one, and of course it can be easily absorbed by the plants, and they provide the enrichment back to the soil, and they help us removing the biodegradable waste. Easy 3 points. See, over here we have this, and of course you can break it into the points. Easy question, right? So this is how you can write. Be aware about it, what you're writing. It's really very important. Very good. Moving to the next part, everyone. Very quickly, the next question, right? Flow of energy in a food chain is unidirectional. Can you tell why? Very good. They are the cleaning agent. Yes. Nitleya, yes. Somapalli, yes. Hi. Yes, Hari Murli, we have to take care of our environment. Can you tell me what, we have to justify that the flow of energy in a food chain is unidirectional? Why it is unidirectional? We know that what unidirectional is, that only in one particular direction. We know that when we talk about the food chain, we have different tropic levels, right? And in each tropic level, we'll see that there's a transfer of the energy, right? And the energy moves from one tropic level to the another tropic level, and that occurs only in one particular direction. Yes? From one tropic level to the another tropic level. Interesting, right? So a very easy question, and this is how you can frame your answer in the examination. The flow of energy is unidirectional. The energy which passes from herbivores does not come back to the producers. Of course, it just moves ahead in the tropic chain, right, from one tropic level to the next tropic level. And this is how you can write the answer. It's a very easy thing. I hope that you're getting it, right? Very good. So are we on the same page, everyone? A quick thumbs up. A quick thumbs up, everyone. Ta-da, very quickly. Hello, Sapna. Very warm welcome, right? Very good, Shivam. Very good, Krishna. You have doubt? Please write it out. Very good. I can see lots of thumbs up. That means that all of us are same page. Moving to the next important, very interesting question of 2 marks, right? So, list 2 biotic components of the biosphere. Why do producers always occupy the first tropic level in the food chain? Easy, right? So, can you tell me, name 2 biotic components, everyone? Super easy question. What are biotic components? Can I give you a hint, or you can answer by yourself? What are biotic components? Biotic components. I can see abiotic and abiotic components. We have to list biotic components. Venkatesh will be getting that for us, right? For all of us, we'll be getting more difficult question next time. I'm telling you, you feel these questions are really very easy because you know everything. Right? So we have the 2 biotic components. We can talk about the humans, the plants, right? The flora and the fauna, the microorganisms. And we have to tell, why do producers always occupy the first tropic level? Let's quickly see that, right? So we have these biotic factors, all of this. Humans, animals, microorganisms, plants are living. And of course, the plants are the producers because they actually utilize the energy from the sun, and they make their own food by using the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. They take up the water and they give us the oxygen, and apart from that, they make their own food. So they are the producers, right? They can make their own food, and that's why they're the primary source of food in the ecosystem. So this is how we can frame our answer, right? That the biotic components of an ecosystem includes the producers and the animals. Producers always occupy the first tropic level because they can produce their own food. Easy? Nice, right? Next question, everyone. A very interesting next question. Reuse is better than recycling of material. We have to give the reason to justify the statement. Reuse is better for recycling. What do you think? Yes? Yes, we just finished the heredity questions. You can write it out. Quickly, why do you think that reuse is better than the recycling of material? Yes, can we justify this? When we reuse the various different materials, right, we're actually reusing them again and again. We are actually trying to conserve the energy. We're doing amazing things. Yes, so over here when we talk about the waste management, we have 3 R's. We have the reduce, reuse and recycle. So if we have to write this, we can write in this particular way that reuse refers to the use of the same material again and again. When we use it, there's no energy consumed. We are saving the resources, right? In recycling, certain material will be converted to useful material. We all know that. In recycling of material, energy is consumed and of course, we'll be using the various resources. So that means that it is always advisable if we can reuse things better than the recycling. So can you tell me what we can reuse? Come on, what we can reuse? We can reuse the old glass jars, right? We can actually paint them. We can make them a small flower pots for decoration, right? We can actually make some amazing lamp also, right? So that's how we can reuse it rather than recycling it. Plastic, of course, we can recycle, right? Very good. We have the plastic bottles, aluminum foils, old tin cans, right? We can all use them. Reuse them. Clothes can be reused to clean the different surfaces as a cleaning thing. Right? Amazing. So we have this answer, right? Now, let's take a quick break, right? Have this. Now, it's a riddle for all of us. What is the only chain that we can eat? Come on. What is the only chain that we can eat? I'm taking some time. Come on. What is the chain that we can... Okay, I can see the answers. It's a food chain, right? So the only chain that we can eat is a food chain. Interesting. Again, a little bit of spice over there and we are discussing a question on the food chain. Good chain, gold chain, food chain. In the following food chain, we know that plants provide the 500 joule of energy to rats. Let's come back over here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Thirumala. Right? So we are discussing, we have a food chain, plants, rats, snakes and hawk. How much energy will be available to hawks from sharks? Hawks from sharks. Interesting question, right? So let's quickly solve this, everyone. Plant is providing the 500 joule energy to rat. And by the time it will be going over here, we have to find out. We know that we have to just reduce 10, right? Remember? We saw that we can just reduce a 10. So by the 10% law of energy, only 10% of the energy will be moving ahead, right? To the next tropic level. And 90% of the energy will be getting used up, right? Will be used up. So by that, from here to here, we will have 50J. From here to here, we will have 5. So of course, the answer will be, right? So we have the answer. And that will be 5. 5 joules. Very good. So the answer is 5 joules. It's such an interesting question, right? So remember that, everyone, the easiest way to solve this, just remove the 0. Very good. It was a Kaju Katli question, right? I was looking for some sweets name, and of course we are back on a Kaju Katli question. It was really very easy. Very good. So we got the answer right. Now this is how you can write it in the examination. You can actually draw the food chain also. And you can solve it in this particular way. You can mention about the 10% law of energy. You can underline it and good to go. Yay! Now, can we take a break? A small break? Yes, it's an easy peasy question. Kaju Katli question, yes. Let's quickly take a break, right? Gulab Jamun question. Interesting. We're taking a break and again one more riddle for all of you. You can write the answers. Even if you see it after some time, write the answer in the comment section below. In the video, it will be amazing. You always throw me in a trash, but I always come back. Who am I? Basically, you always throw me, right? You always throw me in the trash, but I always come back. Think about it. Is it plastic? Garbage? I'm not telling you it's a very similar answer. You're on the correct way. We can write biotic components as, yes, you can write iconic. Because when we discuss about it, the producers and the consumers are the living components, right? They are the biotic components. So we can definitely write that. You can be more specific if you want to write about the organism, humans, plants, animals. Or you can write the consumers and the producers. They are the biotic components. Very good. So yeah, you're almost there on a similar page. So find the answer. Now this question, everyone, we have with us. While teaching our environment, the teacher stressed upon the harmful effects of burning fossil fuel like plastics, fossil fuels, then we have the plastics, paper, etc. The student noticed the extensive use of plastics and polythene in a daily life, which can be avoided, right? The surrounding can be kept clean and they decided to make the school plastic and polythene free. and motivated each other to minimize the use. So, as a student, what you can do? Tell me, it's about how you can contribute in having a clean environment with no plastic and polythene. Why should the use of polythene and the plastic should be reduced on a daily basis? Why? Because we know that it's bad. More than that, we know that it is non-biodegradable. Iconic, I have answered your question, yes? So we know that plastic takes years and years and years to, it will not be getting decomposed, right? Microorganisms will not be able to cut it down, break it down. So of course, plastics we should not be using. Poonam, we have these solutions will be coming up with that. Yes, so it's a non-biodegradable waste, right? And the non-biodegradable waste will take a lot of time to basically it cannot be decomposed by the microbial action. It cannot be decomposed, and of course it creates a lot of problem. So this is how we can write the answer in the examination. Plastic and polythene are non-biodegradable waste. They do not get decomposed by the microorganisms, right? And of course thereby creating a lot of waste in the environment. Hence it is better to reduce the use of plastics. Super easy question. Right? Are we clear with this? This is a very basic answer. You can always play with your own words, focusing that why we should not be using plastic or the polythene or why they are harmful. Use the word non-biodegradable. This is important. Awesome. I can see a lot of thumbs up. Moving to the next question, everyone. Here we go to the next question. In what ways student would have avoided the use of plastic and polythene in their school? Now it's up to you. Very good, Hari Murli. Yes, Matin, yes, Shubham. Very good. Yes, Aditi. Right, come on quickly, everyone. What you'll be doing in your school? Yeah, I got confused. Yes. Yes, so tell me what you and I can do as an individual. It's like this. Welcome to the class, Matin. By not bringing the plastic bottles, by recycling, by using the paper bags, by carrying the cotton bags, right? And by not tearing the papers to make planes. That's of course we can all do, right? By not eating kurkure in school. Yeah, we should not be eating those. Yes, easy. So over here we have this. Students can definitely avoid. First of all, you remember in the previous class we had a discussion. We can always buy the refill, right? Instead of buying a new pen each and every time, we can use the ink pen. If not it, we can actually go buy the refills for the pen. We can have the steel tiffin box, right? Steel water bottles, tiffin box, and we can carry the extra things. Yes, I always buy the refills. Whatever pen I have, I'll buy the refills. And for a very long time, I used to use the ink pen. I still use the ink pen. So yeah, we can do that. As a student, of course, we can take some responsibility of our environment, right? A little bit of responsibility will be really very good. Using 3 R's, yes. That's cool. Moving to the next part of this question, that's done with this part. How the student would have motivated each other for the success of their discussion? Come on. Divya, what you can't understand? We're discussing about a question. We have a scenario where a teacher is talking about our environment and we have to find out why it is important for us to not use plastics, how a student can contribute to it. And over here we're just discussing about that how you as an individual can help the environment becoming more and more cleaner and greener, right? What you can do to avoid the use of plastic and polythene. So this is how we can write the answers. Even I carry. Today I forgot, but yeah, usually I carry my water bottle and the tiffin box. So we have a range assembly against the use of the plastic and polythene. You can talk to your headmaster in the school for, to allow you to go out in the classes, spread the awareness about it, collect all the plastic material and of course, separate it out clearly. And then of course, we can easily use it in the recycling way. Such an easy thing, right? Ta-da! And with this, everyone, after a very long session, many of you are there with us. It's so amazing. I want each one of you to be, super proud of yourself that you started with us and you are still with us, right? From the beginning and over here, claps for each one of you who stayed with us, right? That means that we all are focused on learning. This is really very important, everyone. See, we are here to learn, right? And when we are learning, we have to focus. Of course, we have a little bit of, good activities that actually enhance our mood, make us more curious and more creative about our subject. I hope that you had fun during the session, right? I had a lot of fun. Yes. Homework. I think, Aditi, let's avoid the homework today because you guys are really working very hard, right? After this class, you can go home and revise all of it again. And you know what? You can actually apply for this test. Amazing, everyone. A big thing is coming for each one of you, right? Your exams are around the corner. So we have this mock board examination that will be there from 12th to 30th March. So study, prepare yourself and register yourself on over here. Take the test and it will be amazing, right? Of course, we will be focusing on the term 2, which is the more subjective type, right? So we have the questions which will be following the subjective exam format. We have special design for you so that you can actually score amazing marks. The question that we'll be having over here will have different difficulties level. And of course, we'll have a different varieties of questions. Application-based question, case-based question, direct question, difference question, diagram-based question. So we will have a lot of varieties of the question. And of course, you will get the step-wise marks that actually happens in the main examination in CBSE. So do the registration, everyone. If you did it, super amazing, right? So don't forget this. And as we always say that, we have got you covered. And thank you for believing in us, right? And with this, before we end this session, okay, tomorrow, you know what? Tomorrow you have physics session, so don't forget to join the class. And more than that, we have something really very special coming for you. We have the score boosters. Now, with the name only, I can guess what we'll be discussing over here. But stay tuned. This will be coming for all of us, right? And we'll have super fun. And we'll end the class. We have this, right? In the description box below, there's a link. Click on it. Of course, you can try the free classes. And as we always say, sharing is caring. Like the video. It means a lot, right? Hit the like button for the video. Share with your friends. And of course, subscribe. You can write the answers in the comment section below. If you are watching this video after some time, I would request all of you to write the answers in the comment section below the video. Right? Awesome! And I can still see many of you are asking for the homework, right? So what homework should I give? I'm just thinking about it, right? So I told you today is the World Wildlife Day, right? And of course it is very much related with our environment. So I want you to write at least very important thing that how the national parks are really very important for us, or wildlife sanctuaries. Oh, I can give you a very interesting thing. Can you differentiate between a national park and a wildlife sanctuary? Yes? Come on. I can say homework, please write. So very easy question. I want you to find the answer for what is the difference between the national park and a wildlife sanctuary. Easy, right? So I will be waiting for the answers. Okay? I will be waiting for your answers. Great. I want more of you to answer in the, in the comment section below. And of course, we need some solid points, the main difference between the national park and the wildlife sanctuaries. I'm sure you already know, but yeah, you can. On that note, everyone, I'll say bye-bye to you. Take care of yourself. Lots of love from my side. Hearts, right? This is how we have it nowadays. So, we'll be meeting next time, right? For sure. Before you come to the next class, again, if you have any doubts, write in the comment section below. We'll be taking up your doubts in the next class. So, important thing. Come well prepared. Read the chapters. Have your notes with you. If you have any doubt, write it there. On that note, everyone, bye-bye. Take care of yourself. Lots of love. And we will meet really very soon. See you in the next class. Ta-da!